Hello! This is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I'm Magpie, here to remind you that there is definitely hentai in the blockchain.
Oh no.
And if
Oh,
you
no.
have the Bitcoin, it's in there.
It's in there and it's never going away.
It's in there on your mom's computer. Anyway.
Put a couple games on it.
Alright, who are you people? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Blackle, and I'm not real.
Fair enough.
Oh man, wish that were me. Hi, I'm Joey.
Are any of us real?
I unfortunately am all too real.
And a secondary question, are any of us for real?
Well, now that one I don't know about.
Yeah.
So yeah. Jojo has been busy this past. Well, we missed last week for sure.
Yeah.
But before that, we watched Brand New Animal, and I did the very next day watch the entire rest of Brand New Animal. So I can now answer all of your burning questions, such as.
So now it's old animal to you.
It is, yeah, never mind. No more
Busted
burning
ass old
questions.
animal.
I also watched an anime movie called, what was it called? Mary and the Witch's Flower?
Oh yeah! Yeah, Marion. That's Studio Ponok. I've been meaning to see that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Some of those people are ex-Ghibli. Did it seem like
Yes,
that? Cool.
You could definitely get those vibes, for sure.
Good. I was hoping that.
I'm adding this to my watch list.
Yeah, check it out. It's a pretty cute little movie. Yeah, I don't really have any strong complaints about it. I don't know if that it. I don't know if it's quite up to Ghibli movie story wise, but it's pretty good. It was a fun ride.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to. How about y'all?
I have a question for y'all. Do we want to entertain a hypothetical Magpie question first or after the news?
All right, let's get it out of the way. Let's have it.
I'm wondering if in my off hours when I'm not on the podcast, if I should watch some anime.
Yeah.
And I was gonna throw out some. I only have enough energy for one.
Magpie, I really honestly think you should talk to your doctor about this.
This is something. Well, I'm sorry, Blackle. We Americans don't have the luxury of consulting a physician for free before we pick up
before we consume
a new long runner.
Yeah.
God.
So anyway, I was gonna ask. I've got a couple of contenders, right? I've been seeing a lot of clips from Dr. Stone, and that seemed pretty cool. But if I watch it, I will no longer, in good conscience, be able to call him Rick Stone because I will know better, and I'm not sure that's worth it.
But don't you want to know?
Don't you want to know, Magpie?
Maybe I don't want to.
Honestly, I was thinking, I should suggest anime to watch, and I completely forgot every single anime.
I forgot every
life.
Honestly, you should probably read the manga for Dr. Stone, because I think the art kind of works better as manga, personally.
All right. We got second choices. Bionicle is not even an animation of the traditional type. You're stretching the boundaries of how wrong to get.
Watch Shrek.
So, let's see, what other candidates did I have? ReZero I have nothing about, but I see news about it every fucking week.
Yeah,
It's
me
always
too.
weird. Something weird is always happening.
Yeah.
Let's
Did y'all
see.
finish Mob Psycho 100?
I
We
we're almost finished with that show, and it's fucking rad. So that's not even a
No.
question. We're gonna continue that. I could watch Zombieland Saga.
You
Here's an
should
idea.
watch that actually
Hmm. I'll
in
have, to,
time for season 2.
I'll have to consider these things. I could always pick up Higurashi Kai,
You gotta.
so I can
You gotta watch
watch
all of
all
the
of that,
things.
and then I can
All
watch
of the
the new
things.
thing.
I
It's a lot
haven't even
for me.
finished Kai yet.
It's a lot for me to digest. I don't know which one
Yeah.
I'm gonna do first, but I think I
Well,
do. I think I'm not going to do Dr. Stone first because I just want to spend a little more time with Mr. Stone.
you should watch Eden
Mr.
of the
Rick
Youth.
Stone.
You should watch Eden of the Youth, so I finally have someone to talk to about Eden of the Youth.
Oh man, I should finish that
We could
actually.
just sit and watch Eden of the Ace sometime. Blackwell, we are friends. We could just hang out.
Um, I didn't know
We're
that.
allowed.
We can do this outside of work.
I don't know. Every time anime comes up, my throat tightens, and I get that podcasting vibe in the back
Oh
of my
man.
skull.
All right, so let's move on to the news. Okay, I uh, I have. I'm gonna make a sandwich here because I have mostly kind of bummer news. So I'm gonna put something nice in the middle of it. But
Aw.
okay, first news item. Sorry to say that co-host Emma has decided to step away from the podcast for the time being. That's her choice. All I can say is we're gonna miss her uncommon insight into weeaboo horseshit.
Yeah.
Moving on, I'm going to put this in the news section on my anime podcast because it was on every anime news website that I went to. And that news is that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 sequel film has begun production
Oh, okay.
Oh.
on every website dedicated to the genre.
This is the good
Wow.
news, right?
This is the good news. This is good news for sure.
This is good news.
Okay.
Because, as you know, Sonic is our favorite anime.
Yeah.
It's got a budget. It's coming out. It looks like April 8th, 2022, so next year.
All right.
And it's got Ben Schwartz, uh, and James Marsden and Jim Carrey in it, and probably some sort of Tails the Fox abomination to supplement the Sonic abomination. They fixed him and they did a great job, but he's still a little weird in that
A
movie.
bit.
He's really pointy in places.
He's like 3D, like cartoon weird though. Like
Well, those
he's
hedgehogs are kind of
kind of
pointy.
acceptable. He's at least not the first abomination they came out with. So.
You know what? That thing, I think that movie would be a lot more memorable if it was that thing. But it would be like Cats,
Oh man.
And
I couldn't deal.
and the last bit of news here is that animator Yasuo Atsuka has passed away, and
Aw.
he was 89. He got up there,
Wow.
which is impressive for a dude who appears to have smoked like a freight train. He worked on Lupin the Third and Future Boy Conan and Horus Prince of the Sun. Lots of famous stuff.
2 of 3 of those are some of my favorite things, actually.
He's a cool dude, and he'll be missed.
Rip.
And yeah, that's all. That's all the news.
No more.
There's no more in my big bag.
That's all you got. So does that mean I get to destroy us?
It's true.
now?
You're welcome to follow up the tragic news of this old man's death with whatever you play.
so excited. Oh, I mean, rest in peace. But also, ooh, I'm so excited to destroy our podcast.
Oh,
This week
no.
on our beautiful, beautiful podcast, we are going to be watching. I know nothing about this, by the way. I just read kind of what it's about, and I was like, yeah, we need to watch that one. So we're going to be watching Umamusume Pretty Derby.
Oh God, it's the fucking horse one.
I know what one of those words
You're not
means.
supposed to know about that. It was supposed to be surprising.
Teeth bigger than brain, teeth bigger than brain, teeth
Oh
bigger than
God, it's
brain.
the horse one. Of course, we'll dedicate this one to him.
Oh.
Interesting horse fact that Heaven's design team taught me is that unicorns are impossible because horses lack both the ability to generate the necessary calories and calcium, and they would just fall over and die of malnutrition if they tried to grow a horn.
Yeah.
I cannot with these fucking horse girls.
I
This.
I
I can,
think I've lost. I think I lost my mind watching this.
I cannot with these
I-
fucking horse people. There's too many
I-
outstanding questions in addition to the classic problems we address on this podcast.
I've lost my fucking mind, y'all. I literally, by the end of the show, I was begging out loud for it to be over. Like, the credits were rolling and it was still going, and I was banging on my desk, like, please let it be over, please let it be over, please let it be over, please let it be over. And I'm sorry. I think it's just because I've been sleep deprived, but my tolerance for horse girls is at an all-time minimum.
This. Oh,
Who wants
man.
this blurb?
Oh man.
Who wants this blurb?
I guess I will be doomed to read this shit because I did pick this for us.
And you read it.
In a world very much like our own, debatable, great racehorses of the past have a chance to be reborn as horse girls.
Oh my God! This is reincarnation.
Yes, girls with the ears and tails of horses, as well as their speed and endurance. The best of these horse girls go to train at Tokyo's Tracen Academy, hopefully moving on to fame and fortune as both racers and idols. Special Week, a high school girl from the countryside, has just transferred to Tracen, and she's determined to fulfill her promise to her mother to become the best horse girl in Japan. On her way to school, she takes a pit stop at the racetrack and instantly falls in love with Silence Suzuka's style, becoming determined to race on the same team as her.
I cannot fucking do this.
Special race is indeed
Listen,
a racehorse.
Special Week is a real racehorse. I suspect all of them are. Okay,
They
okay.
probably.
Calm. I'll explain how this show harmed me. Which is okay. Horse girl goes to school to become horse racer girl. Fine. This is a concept that I can understand and accept in my brain. I understand it. It's got anime problems. There's
It's
a
got a
pervert.
lot of problems.
Pervert
Yeah,
man in this
we'll
show.
get to him.
But that's not it. That's not it. Because she stops by the racetrack on her way to her school, and she watches the whole race. And the race is cool, I guess. For, human beings running at that speed, actually kind of terrifying.
When
very
she was
reminiscent.
running, I was just fucking imagining just walking, having a good time on the sidewalk, and getting hit by a fucking horse girl running at 60
Getting
kilometers
trampled.
per hour.
It's very
God.
reminiscent of 28 Days Later to me.
Yeah.
That is the only time I have seen a human-shaped creature move with such speed. But that's not the problem. Fine, I can get over that. And you know what? They could dive into the mechanics of horse racing and stuff. That would be interesting. Whatever. They go and then she talks to the pervert man about the race, whatever, and she's going to leave, and he says, "Aren't you going to stay and watch the winners concert?" And
Oh yeah.
stage rose up out of the winner's podium, and they were there, and they lifted the microphone up, and I screamed, "Idols!
Not only are they
They're
horse
not
girls,
just horse girls,
also
they're
are
idols!"
they idols. They have to.
I cannot.
I am fucking convinced that this is a psyop to get people back into horse racing. This is a fucking
Are you
CIA
suggesting that
level
this is?
psyop.
Are you suggesting that this show is sponsored by Big Horse?
Yes, I
Horse.
think that this is
Yes.
sponsored by Big Horse.
I
damn
have
it.
even worse news for you. This anime is based on an Android game.
Yeah, I saw
mobile
Cygames
game.
logo in there. I was just like, I seen it.
Yup.
Ah.
Yup.
So,
So where do we want to? Where do we want to open
have
this cadaver?
so much.
What incision do we want to start with?
let's start this.
We want to
necropsy.
pop this horse open.
Do all horse girls become race horses, or do some
I
of them,
assume
like-
not.
No,
Some of them
because
have got to do other things. Like,
Do all
Because-
horses become racehorses?
no.
Better question: are there horsemen?
it doesn't seem like any of them are men.
Is this a biological process or merely a spiritual one?
Because it specifically says race horses of the past have a chance to be reborn as horse girls.
I'm
So, like-
overwhelmed by the concept of living in a reality where the fucking spiritual fate of horses is known for certainty, but humans aren't. Horses die and
Here's-
become horse girls.
You know what?
Reborn
No.
into this life. Humans. Nothingness.
This is actually, I have confirmation here, probably, that there probably aren't horsemen in this, because the actual horse special week that died in, wow, that horse lived a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old ass horse.
Died in 2018 and was a dude horse.
That horse died pretty much when this anime started airing. Fun story.
he,
These are
he
reincarnated
was reincarnated
horses.
He was literally reincarnated. I hate that.
into an anime girl.
Here's my fun mechanical question for this universe. Do they still have regular horses and regular horse racing?
They can't.
They
They
have
can't
to.
possibly.
They must, in order to create
They
more
have
horses
to.
that will
People know what
be
horses
blessed.
are.
listen. They have to keep doing the regular horse races so that the regular horses will be blessed to become more horse girls. If they stop making,
Yes.
if they
No,
stop
no.
doing the regular horse races, they will not be able to create more horse girls.
I was almost certain that the spirit of horse came from a different dimension, a different world.
No, it's the same world.
Horses are extinct in this universe.
you say with with desperation.
I will perish if this. I can't deal with this.
You
y'all.
can, please,
The
you cannot force this revelation upon me.
I just
Also-
wanna say how this harmed me. Magpie
Another
has his truth. I'm sorry, Joey.
another fun question. Do these horses get birthed out of regular human beings? Because
Almost certainly.
There was a
imagine
picture of a pregnant woman in the intro.
Is
There was a drawing of a pregnant woman,
is
and it was
Special
implied
Week's
that the horse girl came out.
is Special Week's mom a horse girl or a human?
I think she's probably a human.
I
Because-
think some humans are blessed to birth horse girls.
Yeah.
That's deeply uncomfortable. That's like some fucking evil pagan cult shit right there. You should be honored to bear the.
The spirit of the horse comes to you in a dream, and you're instantly impregnated.
Fucking
Be honored to bear the seed of the horse god.
be honored. Be honored to be fucking like Oh, what's the word? What's the word that they use for when Jesus was created?
Immaculate Conception.
Immaculate Conception.
men-
Immaculate Equine Conception. That's the title of this podcast episode.
Do people in this universe worry? I was going to say men, but that's not inclusive. Do people in this universe worry when they get married that one night they don't know, but there's like a 10% chance their wife will be horse-girled?
I think 10%
with a foreign child? Or is the child altered in the womb? Is it a normal child?
The fucking horse spirit goes into the womb and just fucking obliterates the human spirit in there that is growing. It takes over. It walks in.
It devours the soul growing in there.
Oh, I cannot. Magpie, you implied that this could be a 10% chance, but that is too high. That is too high for me.
Too much.
Not even on a logistical level, but like on a level that I can comprehend of.
That still suggests millions of horse girls.
Yeah. There could be.
And cultures possibly not able to support them.
Yeah, how much do they eat? They have to eat like so much.
What happens if you're born in Polynesia as a horse girl?
Oh God.
Jesus.
Tiny on Pitcairn Island.
Cannot
This
swim.
is a nightmare.
Cannot swim.
You know,
We're
I
falling
was
apart.
going to be like disappointed in this show because like it was kind of boring. I was kind of like hoping that they would get more into like the horsey stuff or like maybe funnier. And it was just kind of mostly boring, but like
Yeah.
there's so much like fridge horror behind all of the like mechanics to this universe that it
We don't
still
even have to
comes
talk
around.
about what fucking happened in the show. That's
No!
irrelevant at this point.
The show
No!
is the plot of the show is completely milk toast and like it's completely like
It's-
cookie cutter. It's
I
just
could,
like it's a battle anime where they're trying to like do good every
I can kind of
episode.
explain this. This is sort of a subgenre, which I believe you would call cute girls doing cute things.
Yeah. Also, like, it's kind of got a little bit of weird overlap with, like, sports anime, which
Little
is
bit.
weird.
You know, if they leaned into the sports anime, this might be good.
I kind of don't think
like,
they are.
What happened this week? It's just like, oh, El Condor broke her ankle, and they're thinking about putting her down.
Put her down!
Please destroy these horses. Yeah, I think if this was a sports anime, they'd have to go into a little bit more detail about the mechanics of the actual sport. However, the extent of them going into detail is if you push your foot down hard enough, you'll go faster, which is not anything.
No, it's nothing.
Will you try and translate horse? What horse?
There's nothing to translate. It's just
Horse
how fast
racing
is horse.
Yeah, horse racing as a sport doesn't really have a lot of strategy involved.
I mean, maybe like pacing your horse at the beginning of the race so that they have energy for the, you know, that kind of stuff, I guess could. But like, there's not any like secret, like magical techniques.
No jutsus.
We're like,
well, especially considering there's not like the extra like layer of having a jockey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
no, I don't want to think about this show, but there's jockeys.
No, don't mention jockeys, please.
I'm just saying, like, it's completely different than regular horse racing, just for that.
The jockey is the human spirit that was left over when the horse spirit came inside
Stop.
mother's womb.
Ghost upon their backs.
I just do want to say that I was harmed when the first word that was said in this anime was horse girls.
Horse girls.
Yes.
Yeah, it just comes out and hits you. It's a fucking sucker punch.
Horse girls means something different in our universe.
Wait. Just the version of that Bernie Sanders gif where he scares the guy when he goes, horse girls!
Yeah.
That's us.
That is us.
And I also was very much harmed when they introduced the girl's name as Special Week, and I'm like, they have horse
Special
names
Week
too.
was like, yep,
Because
they
I
have
didn't.
horse names.
Because I
You
mean,
know-
like going in, it could have been any kind of horse, right? It didn't necessarily have to be racehorses. But when it fucking dawned on me that they were racehorses, I started fucking losing my marbles because it was like, is there going to be like horse eugenics here? Like, what's going on?
Yes, actually. Yeah, there's gonna be horse eugenics. Or there's
Hold
gonna be
on.
horse doping where they just fucking shoot them up with painkillers before the
Oh
race.
God.
Uh,
Here's another question. How do they know which horse they were in the past life? Are they born knowing their previous horse name?
Their
Does their
other
mom
kin.
give them the name?
They have their horse memories, or did a Buddhist monk tell them?
I don't know.
God. They like.
Do you have humans in the stands getting fucking wasted on mint juleps and losing their whole life savings?
God.
There's so much.
Oh my
I
God.
Okay,
hate that.
we should
I
take
hate how in this universe and in the fucking like shows universe, there are people buying figurines of these characters most certainly in both universes. This is a
Let me
fucking
die.
metaversal constant that you can use to find your way.
You can use it to find your way to at least one of two dimensions.
Let me die.
I do also want to say is that I needed to fucking like cleanse myself after watching this in a way. So I watched the Amy Kid Stupid Horse 100 Gex music video to like help me process my feelings. And it made me feel a lot better.
Okay.
So
I want to
recommend
do
you
a
guys watch that.
5-hour video essay about this with just the 1901 film animation of a horse running behind me the whole time.
Yeah.
And a descending shepherd tone going in the background.
Yes.
Overwhelming.
We should get something out of the way. The show does have positive aspects. I have identified 2 of them. There may be more.
All right.
Aspect 1, the animation is alright.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing.
I didn't see anything weird, and even weirder whenever Special was running around town not racing, her weird little jog was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Aspect 2,
I
because they're all named after famous racehorses, there is a chance that dipshit Westerners like us will be able to pronounce all of their names correctly.
There was a horse named Grass Wonder.
Grass Wonder, and there was El Condor.
Grass Wonder.
Ooh. Oh, God.
I was born in America.
I like the little mask she wore. I thought that was stupid.
There was a horse named
Made me
Vodka
laugh.
something.
That's just named Vodka.
Vodka. Oh, man.
All of us non-horse
like that.
people are just like, where's Seabiscuit?
I want to see Seabiscuit so
Seabiscuit
bad,
didn't
y'all.
get reincarnated. Seabiscuit was actually a shit horse. He deserved to go to
Seabiscuit went to hell.
horse hell.
Seabiscuit went to hell, but is also a horse girl down there.
See, here's my question: do horses like racing in this world so much that they have to go to the next life and still be racing? Like,
From what I know of horse, I have met horse. Horse do like to run.
horse like to run,
Yeah.
but races, I don't know, probably kind of stressful.
What if you're a non-racing horse and you were born?
Oh God, and you're just slow as hell.
You just sort of chill out.
Yeah, what if you're
Just
what
hang
if you're
out.
an enormous fucking draft horse?
I mean, what about that
What
little
if you're like a
short, tiny pink one?
Bone.
I hate that one.
Was she an actual racehorse?
I hate the pink horse girl.
Bone.
I hate her voice. I hate how at the end she's just panting because she's running away.
I
and
kind of
just
like
thought,
her voice.
What is it like?
She's got this horrible gremlin
It's-
voice where she just shrieks.
She is a gremlin.
I hate it, but I love it at the same
Yeah.
time. But I just was thinking, like, what is it like to sit in a voice booth and just pant into the microphone?
Oh, man. I have a question.
All right.
We haven't really even gone into this. It's not worth it for us to go over the plot.
Oh God.
Who gives a shit? But I have questions. And one of my questions is, at the end, she was entered into her debut race for realsies.
Right.
And she was stuck up there in the paddock, and the horse girl next to her was big and gray and one-eyed, and she just screamed, "I'll crush you,"
Yes.
at her. And I want to know what happens if one-eyed pony crusher wins the race and does the Idol concert. What does her song sound like?
It's
Death metal.
It's fucking metal. Horse metal.
Also, was that a Rocky reference?
Horse metal.
I will
No,
crush
no.
you.
If it was going to be an Ivan Drogo reference, it would be said slower. I am sorry. I must break you.
I'm imagining a horse girl saying that to
In
you.
that exact voice.
I'm sorry, but I must break you. That is what you
This
see when
fucking
you die.
6'6" horse girl
God.
that looks
What
like
if this
Dolph
show, but they're all
Lundgren.
fucking jacked? What if this show, but every single horse girl is just jacked?
Yeah,
They
by
should
heaven?
have bigger legs, I think.
Every racehorse I've ever seen, I am a little weirded out by racehorses even, because I'm in Texas. I live in Texas. I see horses every day. Not in the hoo you ride a horse to school sort of way, but they're about.
Around.
You look out your car window, you see a horse. Like 50% of the time, you're not in town.
Yeah.
Those horses are pets and have like a layer of fat on them. So they're round and generally horse-shaped and look friendly. Race horses are raw-boned. They got their ribs out. They got all their individual face muscles out.
Their muscles bulge. Their veins bulge.
Can you imagine this show if it was drawn that way? Can you imagine that?
Jesus Christ.
They would look like JoJo's.
They wouldn't be able to sell cute girl figurines if they did that, though.
They'd be able to sell a kind of figurine that I might buy. It's like, holy shit.
Imagine being stampeded by a group of these horse girls. What a way to go.
What if Rao's horse from Fist of the North Star got reincarnated as a horse girl?
Stop.
That horse is fucking like 14 or 15 hands high, and it's killed multiple human beings with its hooves.
I crush you with my hooves.
And only respects Rao. We're broken by this.
How come the horse animes always just absolutely destroy us?
Horses are inherently cursed.
Yeah.
These are like, the thing is that these are the least horse girls I've ever seen. Like, the only anatomy component are the ears and the tail.
Did Silent Suzuka, is she really a horse girl? Or does she have fake ears?
It did look like she had fake ears. What if she's just a human? What if she's just a furry?
Just a human.
She's a human and she's so fast and strong.
She's fucking Usain Bolt.
God.
Here to prove human supremacy.
Holy shit.
I would watch this show if the protagonist was like a human.
Yes. Yes.
That's the twist that
This show could get me to watch every episode and buy merchandise if it turned out that Silent Suzuka was actually a human and she had a Lex Luthor speech about how fucked up Horse Girl's existence made her feel.
Yeah, and she had to beat them.
About how, like, the Horse Girl invalidated her as a human being.
I hate how this fucking anime uses the phrase "I want to be the best horse girl."
Yeah.
In all of
Translate that to "I want to be the best human."
It is one word away from "best girl," which I hate. I hate the fucking sentence "best girl" because it's used.
It's used by evil people.
Yeah. It's hard to wrap the mind around.
Oh man, I've lost control of this podcast.
I've lost control.
Steering wheel has come off of my hands.
Okay, As our final activity for the podcast episode, I do want to post the Wikipedia article for this
Okay.
show. And I want you to start scrolling, and I want you to see if anything stands out to you about the Wikipedia article.
All right.
Oh God, I think what is this?
Okay, what are we
Is
looking
it
for?
is it
Just
the entire
start
list
scrolling.
of characters at the bottom?
There's so many characters! Look at how many characters there are!
Yeah.
It keeps going!
It's just
It's
all
too much.
of the
It
horses.
keeps going!
It's all of the horses in there.
That's all
And
horse
then
girls.
the others, there's only three other characters!
Only 3 human characters. All other humans are irrelevant.
Oh my god.
See,
This confirms exactly to me that this is just a psyop, because they've included all this laundry list of horses because they want people to get up to speed with the horse lore so they can fucking get into the actual horse
lore.
racing fucking fandom and start spending
come down to
their
the
money.
fucking track.
Come
Do
down
it,
to
you
the
fucking
track.
loser.
I
There's
can't-
no future. Waste your savings. If you have a favorite horse girl,
I
Feel-
like how we're not even gonna be like, so is anyone gonna watch more of this? It's just the implied never ever.
if you have a favorite horse girl, feel free to never tell us about it at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
And if you
If we see horse in the subject line, we will delete it on site.
if you tweet us a single image of a horse on twitter.com at oneepisodecast, we will block you. So don't do that.
Not even a soft block, a hard block.
Is El Mustaño the horse god of Horse World? Is that why it's so fucked up?
I don't know if I want to think about these things anymore.
We gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here!